alert. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day so far. Today is my first ever day of in-person classes at Yale. Okay, ignore the mess in the background, but I just got back from my first ever in-person college class. Very exciting. It was Spanish. If you were watching my videos last semester, you'll know the relationship I have with Spanish. I'm meant to be taking L2 Spanish this semester every morning from 9:25 until 10:15 a.m. However, the reason why I wasn't really vlogging that much this morning, it was because I was a little bit concerned because I wasn't exactly registered for this section of this class. It's a long story, I won't bore you with the details now, but basically I'm kind of like on a wait list for this class, so I just wanted to get there and make sure everything was all okay, which it kind of is. I still don't know if I'm in the class or not, so that's kind of stressful, but I was there, so what more can I do? It's also a language class, so it's obviously a really small class and you all just kind of sit around a table, so I couldn't really be like whipping out my vlogging camera and just start filming everyone, which is what I'm kind of planning to do in lectures, because I have two lectures this afternoon. I have one for psychology, it's Psych 179, it's a class called Thinking, which I am so excited about, and then I have macroeconomics as well. The Psych class goes from 11:35 until 12:50, and then the economics class goes from 1 until 2:15, so I have 10 minutes in between them, which is obviously going to be used to walk between the two classes, and so I'm not going to have time for lunch, which is really sad. This is going to happen to me all throughout the semester on Tuesdays and Thursdays, that I just not gonna have lunch apparently. Okay, I'm gonna show you my first day of school outfit, but you really need to like ignore the background. I'm still unpacking. I've been here like 2 weeks, but I'm still unpacking. There we go. Also, it's really bad weather today. It's been such nice weather the past 2 weeks. Sunny, warm, very hot actually. And today it decides to rain all day. Everyone's walking around with umbrellas, and I am very happy with myself. I ordered an umbrella off Amazon the other day after a situation where it poured down with rain, and I literally arrived at the dining hall. I was soaking. I looked like I jumped in a pond. Yesterday, me and my friends walked to all of our classrooms where we're going to have our classes today, so we knew where all of them were, because we haven't had obviously any in-person classes before. But my economics class is in the Davies auditorium, so any Yale students watching, I don't know, but we could not find it. We went into like all the engineering buildings and stuff, which is where it was meant to be, like that's where the sign was, I don't know. Anyway, we couldn't find it, so I will cross that bridge when I come to it, which will be in approximately an hour. The problem is I only have 10 minutes to find that classroom, because I have my psychology class ending at 12:50 and then economics is starting at 1 o'clock. So I'm gonna go over again and try and find the economics classroom now, and then I'm gonna go to my psychology class.
Hello, how'd you do? I'm not broken, I'm just split in two. Hope you're fine, ain't got time to do everything you said you would. Frames of the past and the memory of you just come running by. Pictures of sunny days with your smile in the back. How could they say I was broken? How could they say you made me come undone? Now I know that it's okay. Unlike my friends, you are nothing like them. How could they say I was broken? How could they say...
This is the piece of hair that just doesn't know like which side it wants to go on, so it just kind of sits like that. I just got back from having lunch at Commons. So Commons is like that cool big like dining hall that I was just in before. I have said this in previous videos, but Yale has 14 residential colleges, and so each college has its own dining hall. So there are 14 dining halls, and they have like specific hours, and they're all literally, all of them are the same for most meals, especially, well, they're all the same for lunch. They're all 11:30 to 1:30, and I had classes 11:35 to 12:50 and then 1 to 2:15, so there was no time for me to go and get lunch. And also my psychology class is on Science Hill, and then my economics class is like between Science Hill and the colleges. So basically I had to sprint from my psychology class to my economics class, and I got there like 5 minutes late, so there is no way for me to get lunch today, essentially. But on top of the 14 college dining halls, there is also a dining hall called Commons, and I haven't been there before because it wasn't open last year. You just had to eat in your residential college last year because of COVID, but this year you can go to any dining hall, and Commons was open today from like 11 until 3. So I went there to have lunch at 2:30, and all of the other like college dining halls this year, they're having like, you know, serve yourself. There's a salad bar, there's sometimes pasta, there's, you know, chicken, you know, whatever they have. They'll have certain carbohydrates and proteins and stuff each night, and they kind of like rotate through different meals, and then there's also a salad bar and a bunch of other stuff. But Commons is just like you go up and just get a meal in a bowl. Like you don't serve yourself, you just have to choose. Like there was different cuisines you could kind of choose between. Anyway, so as you saw, I had pasta and it was really good. And so now I've come back to my dorm room. Normally on days like today, I think I'll go to the library and study, so I'll probably do that tomorrow. You'll see it in this vlog. But today, number one, my feet were wet because it was raining really hard at one stage, and so my feet were wet and I was cold, and I also wanted to get more food because I wanted some chicken for protein, and I had just had some broccoli as well to get my veggies in. And also I've just finished my first 3 classes for the year, so my head is kind of in a spin, and I feel like if I go to the library I'll end up just like sitting down and just being like, I don't know what I'm doing, and just wasting time. So I thought I should come back here. I also kind of need to tidy up my dorm room and finish unpacking all my stuff.
You made me come undone. Now I know that it's okay. Unlike my friends, you are nothing like them.
I just got back from a little like walk and debrief of the day with Julia, which was so nice. It was really good to just kind of like talk about my day with someone, and hear about her day as well. She's taking so many interesting classes. Like all her classes have such interesting names, and then mine is just like macroeconomics, Spanish, intro to psychology. 5:30, and I'm gonna do work for like 20 minutes, and yeah, and then I have to go for a run because I haven't been for a run yet. Normally on Wednesdays I think I'm gonna wake up and run in the morning, but I just didn't this morning because it was like the first day of school. Run, and then we're having dinner we're having dinner with the cross-country sophomores, I think, like the girls and the guys teams, the sophomores, I think. That's what's going on, because we've been having because we've had pre-season training, we were having like breakfast, lunch and dinner with the whole like women's cross-country team. But now that like school has started, we're not doing that on Wednesdays. I think we're doing like class dinners. I don't really know. Anyway, having dinner with some people, and then yeah.
Try to be cool, even wear that shirt you wanted to. My friends think I'm lame.
Can you even tell I'm literally soaking? I got very, very wet on that run.
Since I met you, I am not the same. It was not meant to be a fairy tale with a happy end.
Oh my goodness, we have reached an all-time low in terms of the lighting. This is really bad. And I just made it worse. No, okay, those were my 2 options, so now I don't really know what to do. All right, we're going with this one. Anyway, all I have to say is that my phone was sitting on the desk, and suddenly it starts like vibrating like mad. It's going and I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going on? And look, can you see? Emergency alert, National Weather Service, a flood warning is in effect in this area until 12:30 a.m. This is a dangerous and life-threatening situation. Do not attempt to travel unless you are fleeing an area subject to flooding or under an evacuation order. A dangerous and life-threatening situation. There's like a lot of rain going on right now, and there was a really big clap of thunder before. And I can hear the wind, it's just like whistling, but emergency. Why have I received, I've never in my life before have I ever received an emergency alert through the weather app on my phone. And in the past 2 weeks since arriving at Yale, I have received 2. So first a hurricane, now a flash flood apparently. Anyway, I'm going to bed, so catch you on the flip side. Okay, I think I'm gonna edit that part out. Guys, I'm not even gonna put my face in the frame because it's literally like 2 a.m. and I just woke up to go to the bathroom. But the power has gone out. Like the Wi-Fi is not working and the power is out. Like there's no lights on anywhere. So yeah, I'll update you in the morning. Good morning. I wasn't planning on looking so rough so early in this vlog, but desperate times call for desperate measures. I'm just gonna rewind and tell you the story of everything that happened last night. So basically, I go to bed at like 10:30 p.m. About 2 hours later, I woke up because people are being like really loud right outside my door, and they're like shouting, and I'm like, why are you shouting at like midnight? But then I realized they were shouting to try and get the attention of anyone who might be in the elevator, because the elevator is right outside my door, and they were like, is anyone in there? Is anyone in there? Are you stuck? And I was like, wait, what? Is the elevator not working? But basically, I realized from what they were saying that the power was out. And I was like, oh no, that's not good. And so then I was like, okay, well, there's really not much I can do right now. I'm gonna go back to sleep. But instead of going back to sleep, I went to the toilet and I walk out, and we have like exit signs, you know, the ones that like glow red, and that was the only light that was on in the whole building, was these red glowing exit signs. So the whole hallway is like dimly lit with red light. Anyway, so I go to the bathroom, come back, and I'm like, okay, well, I can't do anything much about this now. Hopefully it will all be fixed in the morning when I wake up. So then I went back to sleep, and then I woke up this morning and the problem has not been resolved. I woke up at like 6. So I had a really bad night's sleep because I was like a good 2 hours in the middle of the night where I was just kind of like awake because everyone was like out there, and they were like, oh yeah, they were, because the elevator wasn't working, so they were yelling to see if someone was like stuck in the elevator because it wasn't moving. And then eventually, I think like around 2 a.m, what happened was the elevators started working, and the like emergency lights in the corridor and bathroom came on. Yale must just have like some way they're able to get the emergency like hallway lighting on or something. Oh my goodness, you're not serious. No, the Wi-Fi is still not working. The Wi-Fi is still not working, but I'm not even joking. I turned this camera off 15 seconds ago. Suddenly, I just heard, you know that sound like when your laptop is, when you plug the charger into your laptop and it starts charging? That sound starts and my fridge starts working. So I think we have power. Okay, it's currently like 8:15 and I'm walking to breakfast, and we have Wi-Fi now. We have connection to the internet, so I presume everything's on as normal. I think this flash flooding thing is kind of over, and I talked to my mum, which was good, and so now I'm heading to classes. Also, day 2 of classes, and we have cracked out the tracky pants.
Girl, you take care now. I hope we can be friends. How could they say I was broken? How could they say you made me come undone? Now I know that it's okay. Unlike my friends, you are nothing like them.
And would you look at that, we're back in my room. Basically, currently, like, Yale's campus is quite large and quite spread out, and some buildings have power and some buildings do not have power, and the building that my Spanish class is in does not have power, and so we're back on Zoom. One day of in-person classes and now we're back on Zoom, I swear. No, okay. But now my Spanish teacher just sent an email saying she's also in this other room that like does have power, but that's on like York Street. If you don't have Wi-Fi and you want to come to the classroom, then you can. But I do have Wi-Fi here right now, and I also can't get to the classroom in time because the class starts in 2 minutes. So I'm just going to do the Zoom one for now. At least my residential college has, well, I'm in old campus, but at least old campus has power right now, because some residential colleges apparently do not have power. Oh, this is bringing back all the bad memories from last year. Oh, this is so sad. Ah, I hate it. I hate it. This better not be a trend.
Buenos días a todos.
Buenos días.
¿Cómo estáis? Oh, esto es una locura.
Bien.
Estamos bien, me alegro. For days are new. Ok, podéis estar con la voz.
I just finished my Spanish class and that reminded me why I am so bad at learning online. I cannot concentrate and I'm really tired because I didn't have a good night's sleep last night, so and now my psychology class for today has been moved onto Zoom as well, which is actually probably good because this is I'm trying to decide whether to go to intro to psych or intro to film today, and intro to psych is from 1 to 2:15, intro to film is from 1:30 to 2:20. So I'm planning on going to the first half hour of psych and then going to film after that, so I can like see both of them. This way I can go to psych on Zoom and go for like the full half hour, even like 35-40 minutes, and then just like go straight to film. I'll do the psych like right next to where the film class is. Anyway, it will cut down on my travel time, so hopefully I can go to more of both of those classes. So I'm just going to try and go to both of them today and then see which one I actually want to do. That's the plan. So that's not until 1 o'clock. So now this morning I'm just going to try and get some work done because we've already got work. And I also just messaged the cross-country group chat because I don't know, we have practice this afternoon, which you guys can come to, but I don't know if I'm supposed to run this morning and then we're just doing strength this afternoon, or if we're running and doing strength. So, and I also need to have lunch at some stage in Morse because of the power outages. They've asked us all to have lunch in our residential colleges, even though I'm on old campus right now, so technically could I go anywhere, but I'm also in Morse, so should I go to Morse? I'll probably just go to Morse, or actually no, I will, because Morse is right next to the humanities quadrangle, which is where my film class is. Oh, okay, so right, how's this for a plan? I go at 12:30, I go to Morse for lunch, then at 1 o'clock I go into the Morse library and do my psychology class for half an hour, and then I go to the film. I'm a mastermind. I'm going for a little run now. I'm going for a little like 3-mile run now just because that's what I'm doing. Yeah.
Came along, couldn't look away. Somehow you turned my life completely upside down. And since you've been gone, there's no peace of mind. A foolish heart and healing thought I would be fine. No matter where I lay my head, another town, another bed. No matter what I do, I'm still gonna be dreaming of you.
I literally had a good sleep last night. Like last night was a solid night of sleep. And I've just come back after my 3 classes today and I have to leave for practice in like 10 minutes, 5 minutes. And I am exhausted. Oh my goodness, I forgot how tired, like, using your brain is. I forgot how tired using your brain makes you. Like, I forgot that using your brain makes you really tired. And the in-person classes, I'm really struggling with, like, the in-person classes are great. Like, I love having classes in person, apart from Spanish. But my concentration, I am really struggling with concentration. Like, I cannot concentrate. I don't know what it is, like the people around me, I just get so distracted, and then I just feel like my brain just is really tired after like 5 minutes, and I just can't concentrate. Like, I'm finding it really hard. And now I've just had like 9:25 to 10:15 a.m. Spanish, which is just so exhausting because it's in Spanish the whole time, so it's like hard. And then I went, because that's like right next to Science Hill, and Science Hill is a good like 10-15 minute walk, probably 15-minute walk really, from my dorm room on old campus. So then instead of coming all the way back and going back, because my psychology class is on Science Hill, I just went and sat in like a little study space there and did a little bit of work and had an early lunch. I used like my dining card meal swipe. You can use a meal swipe at the cafe up there. So I did that. And then my next class was 11:35 to 12:50. Oh, because, okay, I don't have time to explain all this because I need to leave for practice. Because we have a public holiday on Monday, so even though today is Friday, we're having Monday's classes on Friday because we won't be having Monday's classes on Monday. So we're having like Wednesday, Thursday, Monday, weekend, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then like back to normal. So anyway, today's Monday's classes. So then I had like a short break between Spanish and my psychology class. Then I had to just like sprint to my economics class because I had only 10 minutes between psychology ending and economics starting. Then 1 to 2:15 economics, which is a long time. Okay, 75 minutes is a long time. Okay, and then I had to like walk back here, and I got back here and now I have to leave for practice. Normally I'm gonna have to go straight from economics to the bus to practice because the bus will leave at 2:30 and economics finishes at 2:15. But today we're actually just leaving from PWG, so I don't have to catch the bus. And like the amount of food I have eaten today is a lot, but I'm just like starving. I'm just like, I feel like I'm using so much energy and I'm really tired, and now I have to go to practice, and we actually have like a full-on workout, a hill workout today. So I need to get changed because I need to leave in like 3 minutes. I've literally already done 8,000 steps and we haven't even got to practice yet. And then we're going out for dinner tonight because it's Kira's birthday, which will be really good, but I'm just so tired.
No matter who I try to love, it's always you I'm thinking of. No matter what I do, I'm still gonna be dreaming of you. Your silhouette dancing on the wall. I try to close my eyes. Try to close my eyes, but then I hear you call. Yeah, your perfume that I still can smell.